Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, and welcome to this new video in which we are going to do a full update on the current situation for Strategy, or previously known as MicroStrategy. We're going to do a full update. We're at a critical level technically right now. We've seen some critical price action from Bitcoin as well, which obviously matters a lot from Strategy. I'll give you my thoughts on the current situation, what best to do, which is obviously very different in everyone's own situation. But at least when it comes to potentially scaling into Bitcoin, potentially scaling into Strategy here. So that's what we'll talk about. We have reached the level that we spoke about the last time I covered Strategy, which was quite some time ago. I think the price back then was trading at around $200. And by then we had already seen that we had a massive breakdown below this critical support level at 225 and 240. Initially, at the start of November, I still thought we could potentially hold that. I thought Bitcoin looked a little bit stronger as well back then. But we had some bearish developments in the markets. Volatility index, for example, I think most of you have followed that, increased massively for multiple reasons, right? I mean, the volatility index rallying up, that is that's a symptom of multiple geopolitical and multiple macroeconomic things going on. And those are the causes for the volatility index spiking, but also for Strategy and Bitcoin dropping down. So yeah, we lost that level. You can see on the higher time frames right here. We lost that critical level right here around 240, 230. Dropped down below that on the 3-day time frame. So back then, 2 weeks ago, I already said, okay, I think it's most likely we were going to drop down. And then the key level I was looking at was this level right here. As you can see, in this period of time from March 2024 until October 2024, Strategy actually consolidated in this area right here between 175 and 130. That's where the value area was. And now the critical level, in my opinion, is the mix or the combination of the value area high of that period of time and the point of control. What happens very often is that especially the point of control of previous balances like these that then at some point of time get retested, those serve as critical levels, as in how the price reacts at those levels can tell us a lot on what to expect from the price action in the current time. And you can see so far we have actually found support there. At the maximum we have found a move of about 5% to the upside, but it's not all over yet. And I think the crucial part and the crucial thing that we need to speak about right now when it comes to Strategy is saying, okay, we have found support here, and you can see we're forming some bullish divergences as well. But the general situation for Strategy does not seem optimal. It is at this point of time trading at a relatively massive discount compared to Bitcoin, right? I mean, the market cap at this point of time for Strategy is $51.4 billion, even though their Bitcoin at this point of time is sitting at around $56.5 billion. It's a little bit lower than this. So what that means is that it's trading at a discount. That's new. Normally it's trading at a premium, and that is obviously a cause of the trust that investors have at this point of time on Strategy. And I would personally also say, I mean, when I take a look at Bitcoin, right, I think there's a lot of factors, and I think this video, it's going to be a little bit too long to talk about that, but we have a lot of spot order book depth, we have some spot absorption, we've had a massive liquidation spike, we had some new leverage coming in, we have negative funding rates. So on Bitcoin, I see a lot of reasons to expect a local bottom, right? And that's also what I expect on Bitcoin. But then why would I buy Strategy when I can buy Bitcoin? Then you would have to have so much trust in Strategy that it can outperform and then it can get back into a premium. And at this point of time, like obviously, the best buy for Strategy at some point of time will be when it's at a discount. That is true. But I think the situation in the market right now is still too dire. It's still too uncertain for me to say that, okay, there's a lot of fear, we're at a strong support level, buy Strategy. I would much rather buy Bitcoin. So I actually do think that Bitcoin is bottoming. And therefore, I actually do think that MicroStrategy is bottoming, or that Strategy is bottoming. So I think that is most likely. But when we're talking about risk rewards, I think like the outsized risk reward is still with Bitcoin, or at least at this point of time is with Bitcoin and not with strategy. But I'll keep you updated on that. Like I said, I do think it's most likely we are bottoming here. I don't expect a new uptrend. And if we get some bad news fundamentally, we can still drop down. I mean, the key level is 170. I think it's most likely that we're going to hold that. But if we fail to hold that, if we get some bad news, some bearish development, the next support level, which we're most likely going to drop down into, is 130, which is the value area low of that previous range we spoke about before. So those are my thoughts on the current situation for strategy. Hopefully it helps you a little bit. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.